Hey, what's up guys, Ben here and welcome back to the OnlyAccies YouTube channel. It's ended here, Hamilton 1, Hibernian 1. Fair to say it was a game of two halves. Hamilton really struggling to make any chances in the first half and Hibs deservedly taking the lead through Scott Mallon. Now, Hamilton started with a very attacking team. Augie, Miller, Smith and Olsen all started up top. It was a welcome return to Scott Martin, however he was thrown in at right back, which surprised quite a lot of people when you could see Hibs notice that because they were targeting that left hand side where Scott Martin was, and he struggled. You could see that. Don't get me wrong, we still drew, and in the second half performance was much better, but in the first half they were throwing bodies at him, you know, putting him on 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and he was obviously struggling to deal with it. We need a backup right back. If Anna McGowan is out with an injury, we need to bring somebody in, a right back, and I think that's somebody we should look for in January. But let's focus on the actual game itself. Like I said, Hibs deservedly take the lead, and it was a pretty good goal to be fair to them. We cleared across, it fell to Mallon out on the right hand side, and he hit it first time right into the bottom left hand corner. I'll need to have a look at the replay, see if it went through any bodies, see if Onfon Williams could do any better. He pulled off a great save from Williams in the last minute from Cam Berry, who came as a late substitute. I think realistically we can be really happy with the point given how we played in the first half. We struggled to create any chances and were out-muscled in midfield. Once again, Sam Stubbs and Brian Easton did very well in centre back to control their striker Deutsch, I believe he's called. However, we need to talk about in the first 20 to 25 minutes, Hibs had 3 great chances. One of them has to go down as one of the misses of the season. The player was 3 yards out and somehow put it wide. That obviously caused many cheers from the Hamilton fans and many boos from the Hibs fans. The second half, no changes were made. However, we did do a lot better. We struggled still to create many chances, but the ones we got, we looked more like scoring them, and that came from Ross Cunningham's penalty. Another penalty here at Hamilton, and another one that Ross Cunningham scores. That actually takes him to be our highest scorer this season with 7 goals. That's fantastic. And don't get me wrong, I believe 3 or 4 of them have been penalties, but he's obviously making an impact when he comes on, and it was Blade Olsen who won the penalty, and it was deserved penalty. Hibs had a few penalty shouts of their own, one of them being for handball, which was never handball, and one of them was when their player went through 1-on-1 and he was brought down by, I believe, Scott Martin. I will need to have a look at it again just to double check. However, it might have been a penalty by the way it was looking. Overall, not a great performance from Hamilton, but a deserved point at the end of the day. I don't think we can deny Hibs are a good team. They have good players. Yes, they're struggling at the start of this season, but we remain in front of them by 2 points, and we remain in 8th place thanks to this result. Committed won 2-0 at home to St Johnstone today. St Johnstone in real trouble, so that moves them just 2 points behind us now in 7th. We remain in 8th place, 3 points behind Livingston in 7th. Like I said, overall I think Accies fans will be happy and should be happy with that 1-each result, and it's one that hopefully we can build on and keep progressing. It was nice to see Brian Rice go with an attacking team today at home against a team that are below us in the table. We still lacked in creativity. I don't know what we're missing. I still think it's an attacking midfielder. We still struggle to create chances and we're still weak in midfield, but it's nice to see that he at home was confident enough to go with a really attacking lineup. My half-time and full-time thoughts are all on the OnlyAccies Twitter and Instagram, so go ahead and check that out. All the links are in the description. No fan interviews today, unfortunately. Nobody seemed interested. However, my match report will still go up as always. Interested to see that if Marius Ogunpo is okay coming off injured. He still hasn't scored in the Premiership so far. However, he is causing a hell of a lot of issues, and when he came on with Oakley up top with him, they caused more problems. So he needs, I think, somebody up top with him. I thought playing Augie and Miller up top would have been a good partnership. However, that didn't work today. Miko Miller is somebody that I've been campaigning to get his chance and to prove himself. However, he's not doing it. He definitely didn't do it today, and when he came off, quite a few people obviously clapped him off, but there was quite a few cheers of this is the right decision to bring him off now. It's a shame because I think Miko Miller is a really good player. He was thrown out left, and then in the second half he was thrown out right. Lewis Smith also really struggled today. I don't know what was wrong with him. I don't know. His first game at home to Kelly, he seemed to really get the ball and just run at players. I don't know if maybe they've now targeted him, they see him as a threat, this young, energetic, creative player. I don't know if maybe they've targeted him because he's always got pressure on him now. But in the first game against Kelly, he seemed great at picking up the ball, beating a man and playing a pass, but for whatever reason today he's really struggling. Mikael Miller still has his tropes, his problems of trying to beat too many men. There was one time where he was going down the right wing, beat his man, and instead of just crossing it in first time to Augie and Oakley, he cut back inside, and that was the wrong thing to do. And He's obviously struggling. I don't know if it's confidence, maybe he needs a confidence boost and maybe needs a good performance just to get him out there, but he's really struggling right now, and I hope he can turn it around and come in, because he was our top goal scorer last season. I keep saying it in videos, he was our top goal scorer. I think we have to say hats off to Brian Rice today. He made the changes when possible. Miller off, Cunningham on, who obviously went on to score the penalty. Steve Davies caused a lot of issues when he came on from Marius Loganpo. That was an enforced change. I still think it's odd to see Scott Martin right back. I would have preferred to see Ronan Hughes there, who struggled in midfield and has not been performing great in this game. Ronan Hughes at least has experience in playing that right back role. Scott Martin, his first game back from a lengthy injury, was thrown in at right back rather than his preferred central midfielder position. I think Brian Rice's team selection on paper was brilliant today and the right thing to do. However, it obviously didn't work on the pitch. His changes were good though, and I applaud him for that. Overall, I think Hamilton fans can be really happy with the 1-8 result. It keeps us in 8th place and it keeps us well away from St Johnstone, who are in that bottom spot where Accies fans want to avoid. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like rating down below. Leave in the comment section what did you think of the game today. Were you there and what are your thoughts? If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit subscribe as well so you never miss some OnlyAccies content from the games, and hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.